Hi everyone, it's Chi back again for another Sunday workout. Hope you've had a good week and looking forward to this workout. We yesterday had the Captain Tom Hero workout, so that was a pretty long one. So just if you're feeling a little bit sore, we're going to make the workout today fairly short and just focus a decent bit on strength. So the strength today is going to be 3 rounds of single arm bench and supersetting that with bent over row. So you're going to do 12 to 20 reps on one arm, then the same on the other arm, and then bent over rows both arms as well. The number of reps you do will be a function of the weight that you've got and how heavy that it is for you. And then we've got the workout, which is going to start off with a little buy-in of 50 sit-ups, and then we're going to do 3 rounds of 20 single arm deadlifts, 15 swings, American kettlebell swings, and you can do that. We'll show you how to do that with a dumbbell, and then 10 shoulders to overhead. That's 10 in total. You'll do 3 rounds of that, and once you finish that, you'll finish off with 50 sit-ups as the finisher. So now just onto the warm-up. We're going to start with Finnish warm-up, just to get your body nice and warm, your arms and your legs moving, and then we'll go from that into some YTWs just to prime your shoulders ready for that strength piece. So the first part of the warm-up is going to be the Finnish warm-up. What you're going to do is you're going to get into hands and feet. Your knees are just going to be just off the ground, so you're going to keep them off the ground. You spend 10 seconds trying to jump up on your hands as many times as possible. You're then going to spend 10 seconds trying to jump up on your feet, so keeping your hands on the ground as many times as possible, and then you'll spend 10 seconds trying to get both off the ground. So I'll give you a quick demonstration of both. So this is hands moving, feet stay on the ground. So the first 10 seconds, this will be the second 10 seconds, and this will be the final 10 seconds. Hopefully you'll be a little bit more elegant than I am. You'll take a 10-second rest once you've done the third movement, and then you'll go again for another round, and it will be 2 rounds total. You should be pretty warm after that. Hopefully you're feeling warm. That's probably one of the quickest ways to get the whole of your body as warm as possible. Now we're moving on to just a shoulder primer. So you're going to hinge over your hip, soft bend in your knee, keep your back nice and straight. You're going to really pull your shoulders back, so really try and pull those shoulder blades together, squeeze them tight. You're going to have your thumbs pointing up. We're going to start with the Y, so that's at 45 degrees. You're going to do 10 reps of the Y. You're then going to do 10 reps of the T, so just coming out. Really hold that squeeze at the top, squeeze the shoulder blades together, tighten up your back as well. Keep that nice hinge over at your hips. And then your W, you're going to create a W, elbows nice and tight. You're going to extend out and then back in again. So you're going to do 10 of each, and you're going to do 2 rounds of that. Right, now we're on to the strength part. We're going to be looking at the single arm bench press and bent over row. So you're going to be doing one arm of the bench press, then the other arm, and then straight into the bent over row in one arm, and then the other arm as well. For the bench, we're going to be looking at using just a chair. So if you haven't got a bench, then don't worry. You're going to get your shoulders on the chair. Be careful as you set up. Really try and keep your core engaged, keep your hips nice and high. Use that one arm as a counterbalance if you need to, and just push up. We're going to be doing 12 to 20 reps per arm, depending on how heavy that weight is. Remember, keep that core tucked in, really squeeze your glutes together, squeeze your hamstrings, keep your hips up nice and as high as possible as you're pressing through, so it's working your core at the same time. Just be careful as you dismount as well. If you haven't got an appropriate tray, you can use the corner of a sofa. If that's difficult for whatever reason, then you've also got the option of just doing that bench on the floor, so it'll be just a floor press. Be careful with your elbow as you raise that weight down. Just try and make sure you're staying in control the whole time. And now on to the bent over row. So we can, advisable to use the chair for assistance. So hinge over at that hip, nice flat back. Only bend over as so far as you can keep your back nice and flat. And we're going to be pulling all the way through. Again, try and hold it nice and tight at the top, and you'll be doing 12 to 20 reps on each arm. You should be spending a decent bit of time on each set. The focus today is going to be on today's session, getting a lot of strength work in. You'll be doing 3 rounds of that with a decent bit of rest in between. So now we're on to the workout for today. It's going to start off with a little buy-in of 50 sit-ups. So if you can on those sit-ups, just points to think about, try and keep your feet flat together to each other. That makes it a little bit harder. Touching the floor at the back, and then touching in front of your toes at the front. 50 reps of that, and then you will be doing 3 rounds, 20 single arm deadlifts. So just hinging over, keep that back nice and flat all the way down. If the weight that you've got really drags you down, then only go so far as you can to keep that back nice and flat. So 20 of those, 15 swings, so kettlebell ideally, but if you've only got a dumbbell, then just grab it with both hands. Swing it overhead, and then 10 shoulders to overhead. If it's light for you, then you can just strict press it. You can push press it, or if it's really heavy, you can push jerk. For today, on the deadlifts and the single arm shoulders to overhead, you can do it as you like. So you can do 10 one arm on the deadlifts, 10 on the other arm. You can do all 20 with one arm and then switch for a different round. Same with the shoulders to overhead. It's 10 total, so not 10 per arm. And then once you've done 3 rounds of that, you will be finishing off with another 50 ab mat sit-ups, or sit-ups. Should be a nice, fast, fun one. Good luck.